Hi, this is Nina Boasso with Yoga at Cabildo. I'm here today to offer a very gentle practice to calm the mind, calm the fluctuations of the mind, release tension throughout the body, and open up the entire body. In this short practice, we will need possibly a blanket if you'd like one. Take a blanket, grab one off the couch, and if you need 2 blocks, you might need 2 blocks. So we're going to start this practice kneeling, sitting on our knees. This pose is called Vajrasana. Sitting nice and tall. Lift your heart. You can close your eyes. And for the next few moments, I'd like you to focus on the quality of the breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. The focus is the breath. The focus is a nice, long, smooth breath. Also, the quality of the breath is very important. So if the breath is rigid or bumpy, you need to back off and focus on a soft breath, a smooth breath. Even the transition between the inhalation and the exhalation is extremely smooth. So let's sit in this position for 5 breaths. 1 inhale and exhale is 1 breath, 1 full round of breaths. As you inhale through the nose, lift your heart. And as you exhale through the nose, relax your face and shoulders as you gently draw the belly in. Inhaling always through the nose. It's nice and free and full. There's a gentle, natural pause after the inhalation, and then the exhalation is extra long, and that will help release tension. Breathing like this for 3 more breaths. On your next inhalation through the nose, come to the knees and bring the upper body up to go back. And as you exhale through the nose, gently sit down and bring your hands to the heart. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift up, the body goes back. On your exhalation, gently moving with the breath, sit down, the hands travel back home to the heart center. Last time like this, big inhalation, lift your heart. Don't throw the hips forward, let the upper body move back. And then exhale slowly, engaging the belly, bring your hands home to the heart center. We're gonna add on to that now. Inhale, lift up to go back. And on your exhalation, gently fold forward into child pose. The hips are close to the heels and the arms are extended, shoulder width apart. On your next inhalation, come into a table position, open your heart. And on your next exhalation through the nose, curl through the toes, lift your hips up, keep your knees soft as you bring your hips all the way back and the thighs gently walk back. Spread your shoulder blades wide. On your next inhalation, release to the knees, open your heart. Big inhale here. Exhale, gently engage your belly as you sit back into child pose. Inhale, go up and back. Exhale, gently sit down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift up, open your heart, move back. This is a nice, gentle back bend. Exhale, gently sit back in child pose, reach through the arms. Inhale, come into a table position, open your heart. Exhale, curl through the toes, let your hips rise, walk your thighs back, open your shoulders, press your knuckles flat. On your next inhalation, go to the knees. The heart lifts. Exhale, sit back in child pose. Inhale, the body moves up to go back. Open your heart, fall back. Exhale, sit back down in Vajrasana. 2 more times like this. I'm going to turn the body around so you can watch from the side. On your next inhalation, sit up. Fall back without throwing the hips forward. Exhale, gently sit back in child pose, reaching through the arms. The hips are close to the heels. Inhale, come to a table position. On your exhalation, this is Adho Mukha Svanasana, curl through the toes. With soft knees, lengthen the spine, press your knuckles flat, find that long spine, and then begin releasing the heels towards the earth without disturbing the spine. Draw the belly in. Soften the tailbone gently towards the earth to decompress the lumbar spine. Reaching your upper thighs back. So imagine that you're creating a capital upside down V. This pose stretches the entire back of the body. It's a great way to open up the body. On your next inhalation, go to the knees, table position. Exhale, sit back in child pose. Inhale, up to go back. Fall back. And on your exhalation, gently sit down. Last time like this. Inhale, up. Exhale, sit back in child pose, Balasana. Lengthen through the arms. Inhale, come into a table position. Now in this position, make sure that your index fingers are parallel with each other, so you're not internally rotating your shoulders, you're externally rotating the shoulders, keeping the heart open. On your next exhalation, curl through the toes, lift your hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Focus on a nice long spine. How much space between the shoulders and the ears can you create right now? Walk your shoulder blades towards your hips. Spread the collarbones wide. Visualize that you're doing that, creating space within the body. Engage your belly. Now gently let the tailbone reach towards the earth to lengthen the lower back. Breathing. On your next inhalation, release to the knees as you open your heart. Exhale, sit back into your child pose position. And on your inhalation, come to the knees. Surround the body with kindness. And exhale, gently sit down in Vajrasana. So from here, we're going to go into a downward facing dog, and then we're going to come into a standing position. So from child pose, lengthen the arms. Inhale into table position, lift your heart. Curl through the toes, draw the belly in, exhale into downward facing dog. Lift your hips, spread the shoulder blades wide. It's such a wonderful pose. Press your knuckles flat. I could talk about this pose forever. So with the mind's eyes, visualize that there are no creases in your wrist. So you really want to lengthen your arms. Engage the belly. Stay here for 2 more breaths. Keep it nice, soft, and smooth. From here, you can either jump forward, step 1 foot forward at a time, or you can just walk your feet toward your hands and walk your hands toward your feet. On your next inhale, lift your heart. On your exhalation, draw the belly in and fold forward into our first forward fold. This is called Uttanasana. You could take opposite elbows and let the head release down. Spread your shoulder blades wide. Breathing like this. So the feet are hip distance apart. They're not very wide. The inner edges of the feet are parallel with each other. They're pointing forward. How much space between the shoulders and the ears can you create right now? Walking the shoulder blades towards your hips. As you root your feet, you're lifting your hips up, creating total opposition throughout the body. Breathing like this, 3 more breaths. Change the fold at the elbows, please. Breathing like this for 2, through the nose. Very nice. Take your time. If you place your hands on your hips, with your elbows pointing up, lift your chest, lift your head. Gently press your tailbone down as the entire upper body comes forward so you're not rolling the spine. Coming into Tadasana, mountain pose. Standing nice and tall. The feet are not very wide. They're only hip distance apart. They're facing forward. Spread the toes wide, the arms are alongside the body. The chest is lifted. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Press the base of the big toes and little toes into the mat and the very center of the heels into the mat. 3 points in each foot. You're rooting the feet evenly into the mat. Squeeze above the knees, engage your quadricep muscles. Will help lift the kneecaps and lift the arches of the feet as you root the 3 points of the feet into the mat. The tailbone is soft, reaching towards the earth. The rib cage is lifted, yet the shoulder blades are soft, sliding down your back. A little tuck of the chin will lengthen the back of the neck, and you're reaching through the crown of the head. We're creating complete space throughout the entire body. Opposition creates space throughout the body. When we create space throughout the body, as we inhale through the nose, the breath will occupy all of those spaces that we just created. It will also allow calmness in the body. It will also create balance in the body. And a balanced body allows stillness and calmness in the mind. With the palms facing up, spread the toes wide. Inhale the heels and arms up as you gently gaze up. And on your exhalation, slowly the heels release, the arms release, and the hands travel home to the heart's center. We're connecting the breath with movement, connecting movement with the breath. Big inhalations surround the body with peace, gazing up. On your next exhalation, slowly, the hands release, the heels release, and once again, the hands travel back home to the heart center. Spread the toes wide, root the feet. Inhale, surround the body with compassion. Gazing up gently. Draw the belly in. Take your time. Slowly begin your journey coming down. Hands travel home to the heart. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, surround the body with contentment. Take your time, exhale slowly. Our focus is to lengthen the exhalation. That will create calmness through the body once again. Hands travel home to the heart. This time we'll stay up in the pose. Big inhalation, surround the body with gratitude. You don't have to lift the heels. You can keep the heels down or the heels can be lifted. This makes it a bit more challenging. Gazing up will also make this pose a little bit more challenging. This is a variation of Tadasana, mountain pose. 3 more breaths like this. Take your time on your next exhalation. The heels release, the arms release, and once again, the hands travel back home to the heart center. Inhale the arms up. To fold forward, gently bend your knees to fold forward. Let the heart, let the navel lead you forward, all the way over into Utthita Padangusthasana. Your first 2 fingers will cup between the big toe and the middle toe. The knees are soft, the head releases down. And if you engage your quadricep muscles, it will soften the muscles in the front of the thighs. It will soften the hamstrings in the back of the thighs, and possibly engaging the quadricep muscles will possibly allow the hips to rise just a little higher, and then you release the head down. Uttanasana. Breathing like this, spread the shoulder blades wide. Elbows out to the side will help open up the heart. Keeping the heart open will release tension throughout the body. Visualize once again that the collarbones are spread wide. The shoulder blades are spread wide. No creases in the back of the neck. Can you gently turn the head to the left and right? Taking any hint of tension out of the neck. Bring the head back to center and nod the chin a few times. Breathing. Utthita Padangusthasana. Take your time, release the toes. Once again, place your hands on the back with the elbows pointing up. Lift your chest, lift your head. Gently press the tailbone towards the earth as the entire upper body comes forward and up. Good. Coming to the back of the mat. Pivot the foot out to the side and gently step your opposite foot forward. So the heels are still hip distance apart. Place your hands on the hips for a moment. Walk that front hip back just a little bit without any force. This is a non-violent approach to wellness. We do not force our body into any posture. The hip walks back. The back hip walks forward very gently. The back leg, think about the inner thigh of the back leg walking towards the wall behind you. Our pelvis is forward. Breathing like this. Bring your hands to the heart center. And on your next inhalation, bend the knee right to the ankle. Bend the knee right to the ankle as you inhale the arms up. This is called Virabhadrasana 1. Now, if the shoulders bother you, you can always start by bending the knee and bringing the arms out to the side like this. It's all good. You're still getting a deep stretch in the back of the body, and you're also creating a nice upper back bend. On your next exhalation, bring your hands to the heart. The body gently folds forward, and then straighten the legs into Parsvottanasana. This is when you might need a block. So I'm going to grab my blocks. If you can't take the floor, you can place your hands on a block and fold forward. The left thigh is up against the belly. You're massaging the descending colon. You're working the digestive system. The digestive system functioning properly is a huge part of this yoga practice. So every time we fold forward, most likely you're supporting your digestive tract and digestive system. And then on your next inhalation, the knee travels over the ankle. Come back to your Virabhadrasana 1 pose. And on your exhalation, straighten the leg and the hands once again travel home to the heart center. We're going to do this 3 more times, moving a little faster and connecting with the breath. We're connecting with the breath, we're moving with the breath, and the breath is actually moving as we travel into these poses. On your next inhalation, bend the knee coming to Warrior 1. Exhale, fold forward, straighten the leg, hands to the mat, Parsvottanasana. You can also place the hands on your calf. Bend the knee again, inhale into Warrior 1. Take your time, exhale slowly. Once again, everything's moving with the breath, hands travel home to the heart center. Let's do it again. Inhale, go back, fall back, catch that wind. Exhale, gently hands to the heart, fold forward, straighten the leg, Parsvottanasana. Inhale, knee travels directly over the ankle, coming back into your Warrior 1 pose. Exhale, hands travel home to the heart center. Now, this back leg is very active, and you're actually pressing the outer edge of the back foot into the mat and lifting the arch of your back foot. This will engage that leg and make it your anchor of the pose. So it's very, very active throughout the whole exercise. Inhale, bend the knee, come back to Warrior 1. Exhale, bring your hands home, fold forward, straighten the leg, Parsvottanasana, fold forward. Breathing like this. Open up your chest. So this front knee, I'm straightening it, but of course it's going to be bent for some of us because we have extremely tight hamstrings. It's okay. It's all good. We are working towards straightening that left leg. The left hip very gently walks back, or the front leg walks back, and the back leg gently walks forward. Breathing. And then on your next inhalation, bend the knee, find your Warrior 1 pose, and exhale, gently hands travel home to the heart center. Soften your front knee, turn the back foot forward, and hop your back foot to meet your front foot. Very nice. Let's do the other side. Step your opposite foot back. Once again, place your hands on the hips. Step that front hip, the front leg hip back, opposite hip forward. Bring your hands to the heart center. The back leg is very active. Your front toes are pointing forward. On your next inhalation, bend the knee, come into your Warrior 1 pose. This is a slight upper back bend. The tailbone is soft, so we're not compressing the lumbar region or the lower back, and the upper back gently moves back. On your next exhalation, bring your hands home, fold forward, and straighten the leg into Parsvottanasana. On your next inhalation, bend the knee. Warrior 1. Go back, fall back, open your heart. Nice, long, smooth exhalation. Hands travel home to the heart center. 2 more times like this. Inhale, bend the knee. Go back. Exhale, hands to the heart, fold forward. This time, the leg is up against the right side of the belly. You're massaging the ascending colon, supporting the digestive system once again. Tadasana. And once again, this right knee, of course, this front knee can be bent if you cannot straighten it. The toes are pointing forward. Bend the knee. On your next inhalation, come back up and take your time. Exhale, the hands travel back home to the heart center. Last time like this, inhale. Exhale. Breathing into Tadasana. On your next inhalation, bend the knee. Virabhadrasana 1. Let's stay here for just a moment. The back leg, the inner thigh of the back leg's walking once again towards the wall behind you. This is very slight actions within the body, creating space in the hips to allow the hips to travel and become centered. Breathing. And on your next exhalation, straighten the leg, the hands travel back home to the heart's center. Turn the back foot forward, soften the front knee, and step the foot to meet the front foot. Good. Breathing like this. Let's just stand here for a few moments. Close your eyes. Breathe through the nose. And try to find complete calmness in the mind. Open your eyes, inhale the arms out to the side, and exhale, fold forward. Breathing. Head releases down, step one foot back. Step the other foot back, release to the knees, sit back in child pose. On your next exhalation, let your upper body travel to the side. Very gently, creating space throughout that entire side of the body. Reaching the fingers forward, directing the breath into that outer side of the body, allowing the rib cage to expand. All the muscles between the ribs, the intercostal muscles are stretching. The diaphragm, that oh so important muscle, is contracting and expanding as you breathe, creating space for the lungs to do its job. Breathing like this. Inhale back to center and exhale to the opposite direction, directing the breath into that outer side. Breathing like this. Take your time, come back to center. Child pose. So in child pose, you can have the arms extended. You can place one wrist on top of the other. Place the third eye at the bony part of the wrist. This stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is very calming. It's a nice tool to use right now during these stressful times. Breathing. Or you can also place the hands behind you and release the head down and get a nice stretch in the back of the neck. Take your time and sit up. Okay, I'm going to turn my body around here. Shift to one hip, bring the legs forward, bend your knees, engage your belly, and articulate the spine down slowly, one vertebra at a time. Draw the knees into the chest. This is called Apanasana. Shoulders are walking away from the ears. If you gently tuck the chin, you'll lengthen the back of the neck. This will allow prana, the in-breath, to travel through the body in a nice, smooth fashion. Breathing. And then place your feet on the mat. Lift your hips up. Scoot your hips only an inch to the left and place your hips back down. Cross the right knee over the left knee. Draw the knees back into the chest. And extend the arms out to the side. And on your next exhalation, float, don't flop, the legs to the right. Move slowly, engage the belly as the legs travel to the right. This will protect your spine. If you wish to go deeper, Extend that opposite arm overhead with the palm facing up, reaching for the wall behind you, and turn your head towards that arm. Breathing like this for 3 breaths. The head travels back to center, release the left arm, release the cross of the legs, and slowly bring the legs back to center. Bring your knees back into the chest. Squeeze the knees into the belly. Place the feet down. Lift your hips up. Scoot your hips 1 inch to the right. Place your hips back down. This is a little spinal adjustment. It's very, very subtle. Bring the knees into the chest. Cross the left knee over the right knee. Draw the knees back into the chest. It's a nice lower back rotation in the spine. On your next exhalation, how slowly can you let the legs float to the left? Engage your belly. Once again, that protects the spine. Move slowly. Never rush going into or out of a rotation in the spine. And then from here, if you wish, extend that arm overhead. Turn your head towards the arm, breathing in this position. Very nice. Take your time. Release the cross of the legs. Bring the legs back to center. Hug the legs into the body. Preparing for final relaxation. Extend the legs on the mat. You can stay in this position however long you'd like to, but let's have the feet floating out to the side. So you create space in the hips. The palms are facing up. You have space in the armpits. Tucking the chin, walking your shoulder blades towards your hips. And then just take a moment to make subtle adjustments in the body so that you're not gripping onto tension. Soften the throat. Relax your face. Even that little space between the eyes, let it go. Let the eyelids cover the eyes. And surrender for a good 5 minutes into Shavasana, final relaxation. And after about 5 minutes, draw the knees into the chest. Slowly roll the body to the right side to protect the heart. Place both hands on the floor to support yourself slowly into Sukhasana, a comfortable cross-legged seated position. Sitting nice and tall. Lifting your heart, relaxing your shoulders. Close your eyes for a few moments. Bring your awareness back to the breath. It's soft and smooth. Focusing on kindness and compassion, especially to yourself. Inhale the arms out to the side, surround the body with peace. And exhale the hands home to the heart center. Namaste. Thank you.